Hey everybody, welcome back to Tuckaway Pines. Today we're moving outside. Alrighty, so everything is growing phenomenally downstairs here in the seedling start station, and the ground has really warmed up outside. It is absolutely beautiful. It's been beautiful the past few days, and some of our flats are getting ready to go out and be transplanted. So I've been hardening them off. You know, you want to do that right before you put them in the ground. I've been bringing them outside for a couple hours a day, sometimes in the shade, sometimes in the sun. That way they can adjust to the outside temperatures and such like that. But today it is the day to start bringing some of these babies outside to the main crop garden. So I'm just down here to grab my last flat. I got some bunching onions here. These guys, they need to be put outside. So we're going to take them outside, and these guys are going to go to bed for the night since the grow lights are off. So they ran their cycle of sunlight, and these guys are going to start their new cycle outside. Okay, so as I said, I brought out my bunching onions, and I also brought out some celery and parsley. And then behind that is loads of cabbage. Actually, we had such a great success rate with our cabbage this year and our celery. But yeah, these are the candidates that are up first to come outside and get transplanted in the garden. And I kind of already have them, placed where I'd like to plant them. The celery, I don't know if I'm going to do all up front or if I'm going to put some kind of towards the back end of this planter. But I'm going to have my onions here. Oh, and I also want to point out, when I was mulching, the year prior, I had planted some regular bulbed onions, and two of them managed to survive. One's here, one's kind of sticking up over there. And so I'm going to leave those guys alone. I'm going to kind of go around them just to see what happens. I really don't know. But yeah, I'm really excited just to kind of see. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is just kind of go through, slowly plant everything in their spots, kind of plot out the spacing and stuff like that. And I might even take out some of the weaker ones, if not plant those at all. I don't know. I'll do it case by case. So Corey's currently dethatching the yard. So if you hear that, that's what's going on actually. The yard needed it. It looks so much better. I mean, we'll still have to rake up all the loose stuff, but honestly, it won't be that much of an effort to have to clean that up like with the thatching. You know, that does all the hard work for us. So he's doing that. I'm going to be planting and yeah, getting the garden season really going. Alrighty, so everything is finally planted. I have my celery right behind me, as you can see, bunching onions directly behind me. And I just did a nice little row of the bunching onions, so I have so much space yet in front of them. And then this first half over here is still open and free. I did want to mention, before I forget again, yesterday I did come out here. It was super beautiful, just kind of spur of the moment, but I knew it needed to be done regardless. But I came out here and planted all our root vegetables that we want to grow this year. So right in this section, I have 5 different varieties of carrots, and then I have 1 variety of parsnips right there. So I have a lot of those in there because I like this to kind of be like sort of my root garden bed, but then again, I'm just trying to use my space as wisely as I can this season. And I want to show you what the main crop garden looks like too. Okay, so I basically just have a big cabbage patch going on right now. I have 3 different varieties of cabbages right here. I have some red acre cabbage, some Copenhagen market cabbage, and then also some late Dutch cabbage as well. And then actually, I forgot to mention, I do have 1 Brussels sprout kind of in the mix of here. I believe it's actually kind of right there. So yeah, we only had 1 that sprouted this season. So instead of, and it was doing really well, so I didn't want to like not plant it. So kind of tucked them in within the cabbages. Then I did want to point out as well that in this back line here, right along the fence of the garden, I did plant some beets, rutabagas, and turnips. So I did 1 good line of each between each section. You can kind of see how I use my posts as dividers. So each section is a root vegetable. So I think this is beets here. Then on this side in the middle, you have your rutabagas. And then over there, I planted my turnips. So all those are currently planting in the ground. And then obviously I got some of the cabbages, some of the brassicas out here. And it feels really good. It feels like we're starting the season right. And I also wanted to point out too, we had tons more cabbage actually that I could have planted, but I did go through and it was super hard for me because I wanted to save every little one, but I only planted the ones that looked the healthiest, the strongest, that were producing or, you know, growing the best. Some of them that were kind of, you know, a little bit in the middle, they weren't so strong, but they weren't so weak either. I did keep off to the side because Corey might go and plant those off to the side in his own little garden that he likes to do out there. So hopefully he'll take those off my hands and they won't go to waste. So, but as far as like the celery and like the bunching onions, I did kind of take the really weak, stringy looking ones and I didn't even bother planting those. So I just stuck with what was looking strong and looking like they were growing the best. So that's where we're at right now. I mean, you kind of saw a little earlier, we do have a ton of plants still downstairs that are kind of in that in-between stage. And there are still quite a few plants that we still need to start indoors as well, coming up very soon. So I'll try to bring you guys along for that. And there's a nice crane flying over the house. But so yeah, we'll be doing some more indoor planting. We're kind of stepping outside a little bit more. So we'll be doing a lot more outside things as well. So very exciting, feels great. I feel like this winter was an extremely long winter, very painful, painfully cold, painfully long. So I am just fully embracing this beautiful warm weather and just being in the garden. So I do want to thank everybody for taking the time to watch this video and for following along with us on our gardening adventure here. And please don't forget to like. Definitely don't forget to leave me a comment, start a conversation. Let me know where you're at in your growing season. Very curious. Or what are you guys growing currently right now? Is there anything new that you're going to try this season? Or is there anything that you just are a pro at? Don't have to worry about it every year. I'm curious. So, and then also, please don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any more things that we do here on the homestead, especially now that it's getting nice. Thanks again, guys.